Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. This is, what are we, January 6th now here, I believe, in 2022. And I am coming to you from Minnesota. I am Teresa Glow, and I am with Keep in Touch Crafts, which is I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. So thank you for tuning in. We have been very busy lately here with Stampin' Up! Our demonstrators are very active this time of year. We've been busy since, I want to say, mid-November, getting ready for the newest catalog that's coming out. And it's our January to June mini catalog 2022, and it has a lot of new content, a lot of fun things to play with and work on and try and learn and all that good stuff. So I'm going to be trying to come to you more regularly again here on Thursdays. For me, right now it's Thursday night at 8 p.m. Central Time. And this is something that you can come and watch anytime. If you are live, if you tune in or you log into your YouTube account, then you'll be able to put up some questions if you want and say hey, that kind of thing. But most people, I realize, do watch this on the replay later on. So I am just checking to make sure the analytics were fine. Sorry, got distracted. Anyway, so you can just check back and watch this on the replay anytime that it works for you. So let me know if you do have any questions or anything. We're very busy, as I was saying, getting ready with new products. So I am going to show you some of those things that we have going on, and then I have a really quick and easy card to make that features a couple of new things, plus a celebration item, which I'll be explaining what that means, which is basically a freebie thing going on right now with Stampin' Up! So I'm going to show you that and a couple other things that are going on, then we'll get going on making a card together, and I have some examples to show you. So let's get to it. All right. I just kind of need to explain some of the things going on so that you know what I'm talking about when I'm referring to things. Our new catalog that just came out is this mini catalog. If you do not have it, if you don't have a demonstrator, let me know, and I'm happy to get this to you in the mail. And then I would also send you this celebration brochure. Currently, this is the annual catalog that we have that is current, and we're still using this as well, and it goes until April of 2022. So a lot of our nuts and bolts items are in here, and then a couple of times a year they come out with a mini catalog that just has some new, fresher things depending on the time of year, and just new products for us to try and play with. So that's kind of where we're at now. This one just came out on the 4th, January 4th. And this one is going to go through June of 2022. At the same time, we have launched Celebration, which goes from January 4th to February 28th of 2022. So Celebration is going on right now, and for every $50 that you order in products, you can choose a free item. So we have stamp sets and we have paper packs, that kind of thing. And so if you choose to, let's say you place an order of $100, you can either do 2 of the $50 freebies, or we have, and we call that level 1. We also have the level 2 freebies, which are with a $100 purchase that you can choose. But you get to pick the items that you want for free out of this brochure. And so I'm going to be showing some of these items in some of the projects that we're going to be working on. So you'll see those. In fact, let's see, we have, this is an Island Vibe stamp set. Then they have this really pretty daffodil paper. I'm not using that today, but I will be in the future. A couple more stamp sets, Catching Butterflies and Driving By. I love this right here. That's my dad. He used to have one of those little red bugs, a Volkswagen, so I love that one. And then the next one is a paper pack. I'll be showing you that at some point in the future as well. And then we have this paper. I'll be showing you some of that tonight. That's called Marvelous, Simply Marvelous. It's 6 by 6 paper pack, and it's two-sided. I'll show you more samples of those in a moment. And there's an otter stamp set to choose from. Then at the $100 level, there one nice thing that goes together is a stamp set called Friendly Hello, and that comes with a paper pack as well. So those items coordinate together, and the colors are just beautiful. I will be using that, and I have been working on things with that. For example, I've made a little note card box here, and on the inside are some note cards using that paper that comes and the stamps that come in that set. So that'll be for another day, but that's just an example of some of the stuff I've been working on, and all of us demonstrators have been working together on some things too. So here is just a sentiments special moments. Says a bunch of sentiments on that. And then if you choose to have a party during these 2 months, and if you have a $300 total or more, then you'd be able to choose this Calming Camellia stamp set, which is a host set. And that, or if you would happen to spend over that much. Either way, with a $300 order, that comes free. So that would be for a host or yourself if you order that. Then there's a lot of things available right now. If you would choose to join Stampin'Up, you could either be a demonstrator, or you could join just to be kind of what do they call that? A shopper, a discount shopper. Sheesh, on the tip of my tongue. You could be a discount shopper, and you would be able to have access to things early like demonstrators are, and there are lots of trainings and fun things that we do socially, that kind of thing. I have a team called Kit Crew, and we're very small, but hopefully growing here, and it's we are also teamed up with a big group of people in my uplines that we can do a lot of activities with, so it's lots of fun. And with that group, I have gotten together with 11 other demonstrators, and we made a video series, and the videos are using 11 different products from this new mini catalog. For example, let's see where the one, I did a video. It's like a 20-minute video, and I did a bunch of samples using the butterflies and flowers layering decorative masks, and then also this stamp set then that comes with it. And I came up with a bunch of samples and a tutorial that I am including on this with this, and then other people have gone through and had a different product in the same catalog here that they are teaching and showcasing, and just kind of giving you ideas of things that you can make with it. So if you happen to place that $50 order in January or February, then you are going to get access to all those videos, but also to the PDF. You would get that sent to you for free. That goes along with the videos, so that you would have all of the different cutting dimensions and supply list, that kind of thing. So you are welcome to do that. Also, if you go to my blog, which is keepintouchcrafts.com, there's a store there. If you choose to purchase the tutorials, you could do that as well. Anyway, so it's not all about that, but I do want you to know how to get some of these fun things so that you can recreate some of those items that I'm going to be showing you. I have a huge list that I'm going to be doing over the next, I don't know, probably a couple months or more, and I'm going to try to include as much as possible to give you a lot of ideas on what to do with all this lovely product that we have now. If you do place that $50 order to get those tutorials for free, please use this January host code. And what that means is if you go online to Stampin'Up.com, you're going to search for my name, Teresa Glow, and then you can go ahead and when you place your order, there's going to be a place that mentions a host code. And you can take a screenshot of this, but if you place a $50 order or more and use that host code, that's going to alert me that, to this free PDF and information that you're going to get for all of those tutorials. I think it's 11 tutorials that you would get the cutting dimensions and all the supply lists for. Yes, so you'll be able to get that. This is the one I did. You can kind of look for this graphic, it kind of shows you, if you see this pink like this, you'll know it's part of our tutorial group. So this was the Tour the Catalog crew, virtual Tour the Catalog crew. And the one I did, as you can see, is the Celebrating You stamp set with butterflies and flowers, decorative layering decorative masks. So if you see any of these videos out there, and I'm going to be posting other people's videos on my Facebook page and in different locations, so you'll be able to see those here on YouTube too. And then, but it does not give you the PDF access, so you can get that from me by using that host code that I was just talking to you about. Okay, I'm going to go back to my desktop here. So let's get that off of there. Okay, what else do I want to tell you? If you are a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, or if you want to be, the deadline for this January, the January Paper Pumpkin Kit is the 10th. So the 10th of the month is always when they have that cutoff for that. And it's a monthly subscription that you can get, and it comes in the mail to you. But if you can just get a one-time deal if you want, you can pause it for a while if you choose to do that. You can sign up for a whole year of it and get a bunch of free product for celebration or something too. But regardless, this month I wanted you to see that it has a Valentine theme, and they kind of give you little kind of tips. I gotta get in the right spot here. And it's very faint, I can see. I should have darkened that up, but it's a real muted color palette, and it says that it's going to make 10 cards with envelopes, and I believe they're going to be heart-shaped, and they're going to be good for like Valentine's Day, anniversary, weddings, honeymoon, birthdays, stuff like that. It'll come with a stamp set, and it'll come with a little gray granite stamp set or stamp spot. And then we're going to give you a bunch of ideas what you can do with that. If you choose to get this set, you can make it as is. But myself and other demonstrators do make alternative projects in case you want to try other things too. Maybe you only wanted to make, 8 of the cards, 6 of the cards. What are you going to do with the rest? We'll give you ideas. Anyways, that is Paper Pumpkin. Kisses and hugs for January. The cutoff is January 10th. All right, so for today, I am going to be showing you some goodies here. I'm on page 40, and this is the stamp set that I'm going to be using tonight. I'm just going to show you a black and white version of the card, and then I'll show you some other versions that I made afterwards too. And I'm also going to be using this die set. I don't know how well you can see it. Kind of, let's see. Oops, here, it's not in the right spot. Okay, can you see? I'm too close, I think. All right, so you can see what the die set has in it. This is a bundle, meaning if you get the, if you go ahead and order both the stamp set and this Amazing Thanks die set, then you do save 10% on that, than if you would be purchasing them separately. Both of these would be perfectly wonderful on their own because they are just beautiful products that can kind of stand on their own. And I need to back up a little more. Sorry, guys. So I'll show you some ideas for this. These are just beautiful. You can do so much. And then the Amazing Thanks dies. Those have the words thanks, you are amazing. Those are all the words, and then it does also give you the shadow that goes behind it. So I'll show you how that works, okay? All right, so I also am going to be using, this is one of our new embossing folders called Gingham embossing folder, and that is going to be used tonight as well, and that's part of the Sweet Talk Suite. So just in case you're wondering about that, I do have a tutorial that I'll be putting on my blog, and this will be something that you'll be able to get from there, and it's going to give you all the dimensions and the products, what to cut everything at, and then it'll have everything you need for that. I'm going to be having that on my blog. It's not up yet, but after I do this, then tomorrow I'm going to put that up. And so that again was keepintouchcrafts.com. All right, see, this is where it is. Yay! Fancy, huh? Okay, so that is the project. Let me show you. I feel like I should show you. Oh, before I forget, one more thing. I wanted to show a sample of, you know those tutorials that I was talking about that I have done? And I had told you the layering masks and the stamp set, and that, or not the stamp set, the layering decorative masks, along with the stamp set of sentiments that I did use. This is one of the main, this is the product or the actual project that I give the PDF for. And so I wanted you to see that. We used the decorative masks to emboss on vellum. Like, I did not even know you could do that. So this paper here, the vellum, is lightly embossed. I don't know if you can see that. And that is done using a mask. It's not an embossing folder. So I will show you how to do that. And then here's, it's a wedding card. This one is anyways. And then I'm showing you how to ink up and make this beautiful butterfly. Oh, I just loved how it turned out. And then the inside of the card says, "You two have something really special, each other. Congratulations." So that is a wedding card. It could be anniversary, birthday, whatever, but I explained how to do that in that PDF. So I wanted you to see that. All right. Back to today's project. Here is what you're going to need. I'm going to pull in my goodies here. For everybody who does order during Celebration from me and uses that host code I was telling you about, all the names are going to go into a drawing, and I have a brand new, beautiful, amazing silhouette stamp set. And I'm going to draw a name from all of the people who've ordered, and then that is going to be my Celebration prize for a lucky person. Brand new, unused. I'm going to get my own used set here, and it has it's just got 3 stamps in it, but they're very large. And are they distinctive? I don't know. They're just gorgeous. And this is a butterfly, so it's kind of like a silhouette. Obviously, that's the name. And we have kind of a tree looking piece, and then the one that I'm going to be demonstrating is kind of a greenery type. So that is their red rubber cling set. And so we are going to get going on our project there. I'm pulling in what I need for it. So if you want to make this project, you will need, and again, you can get these later if you prefer. All right, so we need 5.5 by 8.5 black cardstock, and this is scored down the middle at 4 1/4. Okay, and we need, I used a die set called, where is it? Yeah, I know I have it. Stitched So Sweetly die set. It's been around, and it's out of our annual catalog. I used the largest die from that set, and I cut out 1 black layer, and I cut out a basic black, it is, and then I did cut out 2 of the, I got ink on there, 2 of the basic white as well. However, did I stamp ahead? No, I probably didn't. I should have. Yes, so that you will actually need, I said in the instructions to die cut 2 of these, and one of them is going to be on your stamped image for the front. The other one will be stamped if you want, and that's going to go on the inside so that people can write in there if they don't want to use like a white gel pen or something. So that'll go there. And this will be a layer on the front. So what I am using for all of my samples is that Marvelous free paper that you can earn, and it's so pretty. On one side it's all the marble looking pieces, and it comes in this Coastal Cabana, the purpley Highland Heather type. There's a pink, there is the Bumblebee, kind of a yellow. I feel like that would go with the pale papaya as well. There's a little bit more of a lighter tone there, and a gray. So these are a little bit out of order, but on the back side is more of this type of a, I don't know, satiny look to it. I thought that was really kind of cool too. And so you can use whichever you would prefer on your project. This one probably has more of a deeper color to it. And then the marble side is more muted, I feel. There's the blue and the gray. So today I'm just using a piece of the gray Simply Marvelous, and this is 1 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then, so the die set, I did die cut that out so you could see it better. And what this has are this is kind of the outline piece, and this is the main actual lettering piece, and they get put together. So that makes it really pop, adds dimension, kind of makes that show more. And so that's what I did here with the word thanks. Here is the actual wording and the shadow piece, put them together, and that's what they look like. So we have you are amazing, and then thanks. So one other thing you can do with thanks is cut off the S, and then you can say thank you. So that's another option. And I think I used all of these at one point on my samples, so you'll see that. But I really like how this is something you can use for a long, long time. I mean, I do a lot of thank you cards, so that is really a nice wording type of die that I feel like I'm going to get a lot of use out of that. Alrighty, so what I did was, I haven't glued them together yet. I did die cut that ahead of time. And so I am doing a black and white and gray card for this sample today. So I'm going to kind of put that together here. I'm mainly assembling right now. Alright, so what I'm going to do is get my, I prefer, one thing, there's a couple of choices. When you're doing these, they're a little bit flimsy, not a lot of room for glue, but it does work. And that's what I'm going to do, the white multi-purpose liquid glue. And you can just put that on the back, just here and there, and layer it onto your black layer. I just have this taped down here just so I know where the center, roughly the center of my camera is. So that's why that's there. It's not for a project. Alright, so you can see I'm going to put a little bit of this glue down. Just some little dots here and there are really all you need. You don't need a lot. And I did do that, like I said, ahead of time because I'm going to try to get through this in a timely fashion here. That's what I'm not good at, so I'm going to work on that. I got to get better. Alright, so go ahead and glue that onto the word thanks here. It is very easy to get it into place, and you just kind of walk it over, adhere it down. It's kind of loose. Just want to get it right in the center, like so. And if some of that glue oozes out, it's not going to show anyways. It dries clear. And another thing I do, there's sometimes you'll have a little shininess left over from your multi-purpose glue. You can use a little rubbery type of, what do they call it, like a gum eraser, and that can get that off. But since I'm going to be using Wink of Stella on this, I'm going to use Wink of Stella, and that it makes it shimmery. Woo, I did that too soon. It's not dried down yet. The Wink of Stella adds shimmer, and so then that's going to make, so if there is a little bit of glue that's kind of shining, it's not even going to show because of that Wink of Stella. And I must have gotten a little ink on there. Woo! If you have that happen, you can get out a little white gel pen or white out a little bit and try to fix that, because I inevitably get ink on all the stuff I don't want to. Alright, let's bring in this piece. I had already used our embossing folder on this, and this is that gingham print. That is going to layer on here, like so, but I'm not going to put it on yet. I don't know if you can see that texture. It's really a nice texture for the background of your card. Ooh, you can kind of see it there. It's really cool. Embossing folders are nice because they are a low price point and they're a good deal for your money. You do have to have a Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. I know everybody doesn't have that, so that's part of it though. If you get the small, we do have the small mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and then, but like this would be too big for that. There are smaller embossing folders that are for that particular machine that would work just as well. But that's how you make this type of project. Now either of these sides would look nice on there. I'm just going to go for the muted marble side, and I just put a little bit here and there on that. I like the multi-purpose liquid glue because it'll scoot around a little bit as I get it into place. One of my samples, I did put this paper on, and then I put it through the embossing folder, which embossed that all as one sheet. So that was kind of nice too. That was just another option you could do. And I'm going to trim this off. I am going to be using the ribbon that is, this is our glittered organdy ribbon. You've seen me use this a lot. And I wanted to use the black and I was out of it. I was so mad. So I'm going to be using this one, and you can either cover up the seam, you can go right up to the edge, or you can go next to it depending on what you like. I usually just tape it on the back with some Scotch tape. So I'm just going to go right next to it, but some of my other samples, I did other things with it. I think one I even left a little bit of a gap, but it just is kind of building that background. Okie dokie. So that is just a real pretty muted background there. And the next thing that we want are some layers. This is this black layer is going to go on top here, and then we are going to have our stamped image in the center, and like I said before, this one is going to go on the inside. So what I need to do now is stamp our main image, and I have a piece that is, I had a piece cut out already, but I might need to do that. Oopsie. Okay, sometimes I make extras, but I might not have. So you probably want to, see me cut paper anyways. For this one, I don't have to die cut it because it's actually getting cut down. So I am going to go, I'm going to go 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. And that should be plenty large. I just want to check and see. Actually, I need it smaller, but I just was not sure how small. Because what I originally did was die cut this shape out, stamped my sentiment on it, and then just trimmed off the scallop. And then I knew it would fit on there perfectly. So that's another thing you can do. If you would rather do that, if that's why I did it that way in the instructions. But what I'm going to do is cut this piece down to what I need it to be. There's an idea for you, huh? Okay, so we need it to be matted on top of this so that the scallop part still shows. So that inner part is approximately 2 1/2 by 3 5/8. So 3 5/8 is the length. So 3 1/2 and a little more. There's the 3 5/8, and of course I have no memory. The width was 2 1/2. All right, so here's 2 1/2. And we're going to turn that down. This is going to go onto this piece, okay? But I do want to stamp it before we do that. And I'm just going to use the Memento black ink. And there we go. And then this was that image I was going to use for it. Now, of course, you can do this in a color, and you'll see a lot of examples of colors too. I just keep trying to convince myself to make more and more black and white cards because I love them when I see them, but yet I don't know when I'm making them. I always want to add color, but I know that they can really be striking just the black and white. So that's why I'm doing that. And here's our focal point. All right, and I'll have it just anywhere on here will be fine. I can't really see the best, but I'll try to go firm, easy pressure on there and make sure that we don't rock it, but there you go. Now this comes up to be sort of muddled, and that's what it's supposed to look like. So that's okay. You could always choose to go a little lighter if you would want and do a second generation stamp instead. So then you would have more of a faint gray image. And you could use that as well, but I'm just going to use this one for now. And then that is going to get layered onto there. I also thought this set would be really pretty. I don't know, pretty is the right word, but it would make really beautiful sympathy cards too, because it's just kind of can really stand alone. It can just really kind of be a card all on its own. You could just make note cards with that and a sentiment and you'd be set. And that is going there. Then I'm going to get my Wink of Stella. I'll do that later. I got the Wink of Stella ready, and now we need to decide if we want to put a sentiment on the inside of the card or not. But this stamp set doesn't have sentiments. If you would have a thank you wording that you would want to put in there, you could do that. And actually what I think I'm going to do for this inside piece is do a real faint image of this same stamp that we just used. I don't think I inked the center very well, but I am going to stamp off and just have like a portion of it showing. So I'm going to get most of that ink off and then just kind of have it showing down here. And I would probably also do that same thing with a portion of the envelope, maybe the back flap, or kind of right over the front where you're going to put your address or whatever. But then this, you could put the sentiment in here that says, you know, thank you for all you do, or whatever your sentiment is that you want. Sometimes I opt to just leave that off until I know what I'm using the card for, and then I would add it later, but it's totally up to you. But you can just die cut these little things out of scraps. All right, so let's assemble that card. Multi-purpose Tombow works well. I'm going to show you, I'll use the Stampin' Seal. That's another good choice. Either one, just depends on what you like. I would say that this seal is pretty quick and easy and maybe less messy. Pretty strong adhesive too. So we're going to put that in the middle. Okay, that's pretty good. And then this I'm going to put on dimensionals. And if you're not familiar with those, they're the little foam adhesive pieces here that are also, so like they kind of do double duty. They'll lift up that piece a little bit and they adhere it as well. So it adds just another layer, a little bit of layers and depths in your project that way. So then I'm going to get my favorite, take your pick tool, and that just pops those right off. Or you don't need that, but and then it won't work for me today probably. Oh, usually I pop it right off. The camera makes you humble, keeps you humble. Okay, there we are, and we'll adhere this to the center. And again, you could opt to go off center or whatever if you ever want, because I think any of those would look nice. And my head is not directly over this, so I can't see it for exactly perfectly, but that's got to be pretty close, I think. And if you have a piece that doesn't clean up, that's where your little pearl goes then, right? Or your sentiment. So this one I'm just going to have thanks on there. Again, if you want to do thank you, you can cut off the S and do like a thank you and that kind of thing. I'm just going to kind of have this on like so. So I'm going to put the adhesive, the multi-purpose liquid glue, onto the kind of about the top half of everything on the back here. Alright, so let's go. And this shadow part is, you know, a little bit bigger, so it's a little, you have a little more surface for the glue than you do just with the other layer that you're putting onto the black there. And I'm going to angle it a little bit, like that. See how this is just all you need. You wouldn't even need these layers. It's just a really nice stamp set and die set to make quick and easy cards. And let's find, okay, Wink of Stella is that real glittery stuff. It just adds a lot of interest, and basically it adds like just shimmer. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you that very well. So here is this. You squeeze it and you kind of brush it on your surface, and then it's shimmer. I don't know, can you see it? Not a lot, maybe a little. Here, let me try that again. Because in person it's really beautiful and just kind of adds a subtle shimmer. You can kind of see it, I guess, but it's not the best. You can see it in person a lot better. But I'm going to find little places where I want to have that shimmer, because I want the word thanks to just pop out more. So I am just brushing it on. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's very forgiving. And then you can choose if you want to put any of on or around your image. So I might just kind of brush a little bit here and there on the outside. Why? I don't know, because I want to. It's just kind of one of those things that you can do that kind of can look cool, and there's not much to it. All right. Perfect. So this then just needs some pearls. I'm just using 3 of our basic pearl gems that we have, and you can put them anywhere that you like. I'm going to put one over this little schmearlap of glue or of ink or some kind of a smudge. I'm going to use 3, and I'll put one up here, and then the third one will go, a lot of people think triangle if you're going to do 3, so not exactly a triangle, but a rough triangle. Okay, and then on the inside I'm going to put this layer, and this would allow you to write a note and put a stamped sentiment in there if you'd like. Okay, so we'll do that real quick. And put that in the center. And there you have a quick and easy thank you card. What do you think? I think the black would have been nice on there. Another ribbon that I should have used that I just realized, I just saw it up here, that would look nice too if you have any of this gingham, the black and white. That would look pretty as well. So let me show you my other samples. Okay. Another thing you can do when you're inking up your stamp, you can dab it in different color inks, or you can go ahead and ink it up with a dauber or a sponge or something like that. I'm going to clean this off and kind of show you what I mean, because I did that on some of my samples, where you get some colors of ink, whatever your color palette is, and then you can, I didn't do a lot of them that were bright. I should have, just to try it, as an example, I'll maybe stamp it on here. You open up your ink. I don't know if you can see this very well. I'm probably a little off camera. I'm just grabbing this for the moment, some random colors here. And I have daubers that they have a little sponge on them, and you can get some for each color if you want, but just to kind of show you, I'll start with the lightest color, which is the balmy blue, and I'm just going to dab that around here and there. Maybe I'm going to use that kind of on the inside portion, and then I'm going to go to, I'll use Bermuda Bay next, and just kind of go outward a little bit. You want to make sure you're inking everything. Doesn't have to be, you know, perfect. It's just kind of adding a little bit of color here and there. And then on the outside, I'm going to put the darkest, which I'm using Pacific Point for this. So that'll be kind of dark, but hopefully it'll not be too dark. But this is an example of an inking technique that you can try with this or lots of different stamp sets this works with. But so what we'll do then is I'm going to stamp that right here and see how it looks. Just firm pressure down, trying not to rock it. I'm going to move my ink out of the way and close it up, because otherwise I will have ink everywhere. That's just how I am. How am I doing for time? 43 minutes. Shoot! I'm trying to keep it in a half hour. Ooh, you can't really see a lot of the colors. It didn't really make a big, huge, obvious shift of the three colors. You can't really tell, maybe two. But I really like that. Isn't that pretty? So that would be beautiful on a card. And let me show you my samples, because I did that on some of them. Here is one using the Marvelous paper that's in, I believe that's Bumblebee color. I also used this, what is it? The bow punch. You can use that, and it has like just little sprigs, and then those sprigs can be punched out of your scraps, and I did put a couple in the corner here, and so a few of them I have that, some I don't. This one I had the gingham ribbon on the back there. You Are Amazing, and I don't think I did much with the inside yet of that one. So that is that look. Another one I did was Highland Heather. This is the butterfly, obviously, and I used this marble side again. Now this is the one I did use the gingham embossing folder on this too. Like I assembled the two papers, and then I ran it through. I don't know if it's really showing you very well, but that pattern goes throughout the whole background, including there. So it's just another way to do it if you'd like. And I sprigged as well. More of a Coastal Cabana color. This one just says thanks. This one is probably my favorite. I used the 3 different ink colors, and I just used the gray back here along with some gray ribbon. Just really kind of goes all along well, really makes the center image pop, I thought. So I thought those colors were really pretty together. And the last example is, this one is like a bride, what is it? Blushing Bride color. And then I also put a little bit of the pale papaya with that. So that has a little bit more ink on that. Huh. Okay, there we are. Thank you is what I put on that one. That's one where I did cut off that S. Okay. All right, guys. I think that's it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if you have any questions about these products that I've used today, let me know. I'd be happy to answer those for you. Anything else that I can help you with, let me know. I'll be back again next week, and I'll keep on showcasing new products and working on new ideas for you. Again, if you need a catalog, let me know. If you want to order, feel free. Yes, is that it? Yep, so you can go here as well. No pressure. I am here just to have fun with you, and hope you have a great weekend.